Guys, what is going on? It is Chris Colgan. I am a realtor here in Northern Virginia, and most of my business comes from YouTube. Yes, I do real estate full-time, and like I said, 50% of my business comes from my YouTube channel, and a ton of realtors ask me all the time for advice on their YouTube channel, and these are the 5 biggest mistakes that I see most realtors make when it comes to YouTube, so let's get right into it. Number 1, probably the biggest mistake is not being consistent. It took me a good year of posting full time to start to show up often in YouTube searches, but I posted every week for 1 year, whether or not I thought the video was spectacular or whether or not I thought the video was awful. I still posted every week, and then I would go back and I would redo whatever looked great or what was working or what was not working. But not being consistent is a real big way to failure, especially when it comes to YouTube. You have to give the algorithm time to see what your content is and what it is all about and what type of users interact with your videos. So if you're thinking about getting into YouTube, especially when it comes into getting leads for your real estate business, this is something that you need to definitely do for the long term. So consistency is definitely key. Number 2, my editor is going to love this. You need to find a good editor, and probably the biggest mistake that I see people make is they go on Fiverr, they find the $10 editor located in wherever country that they can't pronounce, and the person has no idea how YouTube works, how the algorithm works, how real estate works, and they just chop up a really bad video. You got to keep in mind that YouTube really pays attention to watch time, and a good editor will know how to make your video have a great successful watch time. Also, if you notice, my editor will probably cut up if I take a break or if I mess up, and if people leave that in and they don't add sexy graphics, like show them a sexy graphic really quick. If they don't add something like that, then it's just not going to work well. You have to have a 40 to 50% watch rate, and you need an editor who fully understands this. And also, sometimes cheapest is not always best when it comes to editing. I tried to learn it myself and I went nowhere with it, and then it took me a while, but I found an expert that I use and we have a good working relationship. So don't go cheap on editors. You can always find editors on Fiverr and ask them for some of their references or other realtors they have shot for. But if they're not willing to give you any references or show you any examples of their work, then I would just move on. There are plenty of editors out there that you can work with. Number 3 is not using a good microphone. A very good real estate agent I know who was really successful trying to get into YouTube, she just sent me a video. I could hardly even hear it. I would say about 40 to 50% of a good video is going to be the audio quality. You have to have a nice professional mic. They should cost you anywhere from $100 to $150. Unfortunately, using your iPhone microphone probably will not be the best thing unless you are doing just some straight up vlogging. But if you are sitting at a desk like this, you will need a professional microphone like I have. This mic took me about 20 to 30 minutes to get the settings right on it and make it sound good, but definitely have good sound, because you know what, if you can barely hear somebody or you know what, their sound is muffled, you are more than likely just going to skip the video and it's not going to sound professional, and that's the way that you're going to come across to potential clients. So get a nice microphone. Number 4 is going to be only doing content on houses. One thing that I really learned about my market is people just did not care about houses. I would go out and do these long production videos on houses or new construction, and it just did not work at all. You have to show your local area. You got to talk about pros and cons. What are the pros and cons of living in Austin, Texas? What are the top 5 neighborhoods in Austin, Texas? What are the 3 most affordable neighborhoods in Austin, Texas? Talk about things like that. But if you're just going around doing model home tours or only showing luxury tours, most people on YouTube will not care. Most YouTube viewers who are going to use YouTube to buy a house are going to be watching from out of state, and they want to know what the area looks like, what the prices are, and what the market is like. So don't just go around only showing new houses or only showing your listing. Number 5 would be talking about yourself too much. If you notice in the intro, I only spent about 5 seconds telling you who I am, telling you my credentials. I didn't go on for 3 hours telling you how great of a realtor I am and I've sold this many homes and I've done this, and that. Most people don't care. If you come across competent and you are very consistent on YouTube, it doesn't matter if you sell 1 home or 1,000 homes a year. You can succeed at this. You just have to be consistent. So don't sit there and talk about yourself and how you know about the area and where you grew up and your dog's name is Susie or whatever it is. People don't care. They only care about themselves. Old school saying sales. Everyone listens to the same station. What's in it for me? And they don't really care about you. Unfortunately, they do care about your content, and they want to know that you will do the ethical thing and be a good realtor for them, and they will be able to tell that once they talk to you and see how much you know the local area. But don't make a YouTube video all about you, because most people will not watch that video. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just built out a full-fledged course on YouTube. If you want to book a strategy session, just hit the link below and book a 30-minute call with me. We can talk about YouTube and ways to grow your business on YouTube. And as always, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you at the top or from the top of the YouTube game.